See a lot of people, yay. I'm confused. The Cassie thing, I understand. I think you should definitely lock this up. Put hands on the young lady. But I don't understand the other shit. Can y'all help me? When has being nasty been a federal crime? And I'm glad they told me. I didn't know there was a limit on baby oil. I'm getting a few, because we get asked you. But
When has it been a crime to be nasty?
Faizon
Love has come out to make this statement. And I just wanted to talk about it, but this is what he basically said. He basically said he's very confused about the other charges. He gets the whole Cassie thing, but he doesn't get the other charges. Another person I want to lump into this group of men that's coming out to defend Diddy is Boosie, because I want to get them all together. So when we play this back, if he found guilty, y'all can be in that group. So talking about Boosie says he disagrees with Diddy's charges. I feel Diddy in jail for basically doing what every other famous entertainer has done. Flew chicks out for threesomes. He just freakier. We actually go call women prostitutes who fly in willingly to be with their partners for sex. If that's the case, if you've been flued out in for sex, you should be labeled a prostitute. If that's the case, that's 80% of women reading this right now. And trafficking, hell no. You're a celebrity. You gotta fly your stuff out. He said the P word. Stuff out. And how else you gonna get the P? You never in one place. When I saw that video, I was pissed off at this N-word, like he really got a problem. But facing life in prison for doing basically what so many other entertainers has done, I disagree. Between me having to read the bad English with everything in caps, it was a bit too much. I'm trying to decipher. That's why you gotta get educated. But listen, my thing.
You know what it is? maybe. Anyway, very so bad.
Can I just say this?
I'm going to say maybe he was typing so fast because he's so upset.
In all caps,
so
mind you.
Upset.
This man was in all caps. All caps. Like, my thing is, I want to say this because somebody also put in the comment section, which we love all subscribers. I don't know if you're a subscriber or not, but I appreciate the engagement regardless. I do feel like you said something in the comment section talking about how, they didn't lock other people up. Why is he being locked up, right? I feel like with this, I think we need to kind of stay focused on what Diddy has done. Yes. And we have to focus on the crimes he's committed and the charges. Yes. We have to actually look at somebody. We can't say, this person didn't get this, so why isn't he getting this? Yeah. This is not a criminal justice system where we compare people. Yeah. Like, we're actually focused on what this individual has done and has been proven to have done, and there's evidence, okay? Yes. Diddy is not going to jail for being a freak, which I don't even think he's a freak. I think he's just a nasty individual.
He's not a freak. I don't even know if he even gets enjoyment.
I think he gets off of being
from the natural act of S. I don't think he does.
He's not even a freak.
He has to harm people.
He has to control people.
He has to control them in order for him to get off. So that's not someone who even likes people, I think. And he's not someone who actually even likes the act of S. I don't think so.
No.
Because he has to do so much for him to get off. It makes me think about, we talked about it yesterday, how was he actually even introduced to this? And was he introduced to it by someone in an inappropriate way? Usually that's what has happened to someone when they end up like this. But Boosie and Faizon, I'm not sure if maybe the freak off that you attended or whatever party you attended with Diddy.
Allegedly.
Probably.
Allegedly.
No. I mean, I'm saying, because obviously they know that he's a freak. So maybe they have actually been a witness to, freak parties with him.
We don't know.
Where it was just, as you all are saying, he's getting people in and we're just, having a good time, however we think a good time is. So maybe when you all attended these parties, if you attended these parties, because I'm thinking that's how you're getting your information. Because how will you have the information of what he's doing, right? But the thing is, what he is being accused of is the drugging, right? The coercion, the bribing, the blackmailing, the physical abuse, the SA, right? And then even the next day, when the parties still don't want to do anything, now we're going to give you IV to perk you up, give you some more drugs that you don't want, and do it, and then record it without your consent, only to blackmail you for the next weekend that you want to do your freak off. And I don't want to go, because probably when you invited me, I was just thinking maybe I'm just going to come to party or whatever, end up in this mess against my will.
Right.
And now I don't want to be a part of it anymore. Now you sending me videos and blackmailing me, telling me you better do X, Y, Z, or I'm going to tell some of these people, maybe they're even married, right? Decide to dip their toe in the sea of depravity and come on down, right? Or maybe they're in a relationship. Or maybe they're professionals, and maybe he's threatening you that he's going to show it to whatever hospital you're working at, or maybe you're a teacher or something, and to messing up your life and sending you emails with the videos, and you're just like, oh my goodness, and now you're forced to be in this pattern with him and go back again. But this is what everyone has to, and I want to say this for young women especially. When you have, let's just say you got a guy who you did something with, and you all did a tape, and then he now wants to blackmail you. You got to come back and do this with me, or, I'm going to show you a tape. You're better off saying, okay, go show the tape. Because when you come back again, he is going to try to rope you in really tight and now have you do all kinds of other things.
Yeah.
Okay? That you will not, and then also potentially drug you. What is so sad about this whole Diddy stuff is this. You are someone who was there in that community, in our community, that there are people who looked up to him, right? Whose parents, I don't know why a parent will go and leave their child anywhere with anybody. I mean, my kids were in swimming lessons. I don't leave them with a coach. I go in there wherever they are. Okay? I don't leave them to go do whatever. No. So I don't know how parents do that, but hey, I mean, I can understand, because maybe then it was the culture. I am just maybe one of those parents. Now with all these things that have come out and all this abuse that have happened, I think parents are more like aware, right? But what is so sad with this whole thing is that Diddy, there are people who looked up to him. There are people, like all these groups that he was a part of, like the Dainty Cane, and he used to have like girl groups, like making groups and stuff like that. People come with their talent to be like a musician, to be a singer, to be part of a group. And then you go and you just violate them, right? You start grooming them, like what he did with Dawn Richards, right? Or the other girl. Like, it's so sad. Or even with Cassie, because wasn't she singing before, right? All of a sudden now she's known as just your girlfriend. It's so sad. It's so sad. I mean, just for that alone, I feel like it's such an atrocity committed against our community.
And that's why I feel like it's so important for Faizon and Boosie to shut the F up. Because I feel like you cannot, with a case like this, when you don't have the right information, you don't have all the details, it is irresponsible for you to go around and spread misinformation. I don't feel like people should be talking about stuff when you don't have all the information, you don't have the details. A lot of the time, people are just going to read the headline and then run with it. Like
Exactly.
99% of the time, that's what people are going to do.
Yeah.
So for you to sit down here and write your little stuff and then try to come and talk about how, oh, he just flew women out, how he going to jail. He's going to jail for racketeering, he's going to jail for sex trafficking, and he's going to jail for prostitution.
Yeah.
They already said on this stuff, if you're actually watching the news, that he would have Cassie go on these prostitution sites and get male prostitutes.
Yeah.
Now, there was somebody that said they actually want to start up him hiring male prostitutes specifically. I don't know if we should talk about this in this one because this one's almost like 12 minutes. Maybe talk about it on a different one. We'll talk about that on another video, actually. But yeah,
I don't know if I want to go too deep into all the things that Diddy has done. It's actually quite disgusting.
Yeah.
But like one of the things that you guys should do, Faizon and Boosie, maybe you all need to go just watch what the DA of the Southern District of New York. Just watch that press conference. I think it's about 30 minutes. Take your time to like educate yourself and watch that, just so you can see exactly what he is being charged with.
Since you're so confused, don't ask us. Go do research. YouTube is a wonderful tool. Go check it out. Google is there. You have your phone. Get off the internet. Go be somebody. Go do some research.
Well, and you know, they're not coming for you all, right? You all obviously were in situations probably with Diddy where everything was legit, right? So you all should not be worried.
We don't know.
So it's not about
We're just
him
assuming.
being freaky. It's about, you know, crimes that have been committed against people, okay?
Yeah. I want to go ahead and put allegedly underneath this because I don't want nobody having the cojones to come sue us. We ain't got no money for you folks. But we'll see you guys.
For what?
Since you guys are here speaking on his behalf, you should not be doing that. This is too. I feel like people need to stop doing this whole thing about, oh my God, another black man is down.
I'm just assuming that they were in a party because a lot of people went to Diddy's parties, right?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that they were probably at one of his parties or at one of his events, right? There's so many celebrities. I mean, we have pictures of Diddy. He was always doing. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. He was always doing. That's what they shouldn't be saying. Ow, my dad Diddy movie are too close. But he was always like, always had some. Hold on. Let me get my prop. Doing his two-step, like foolishness, man. If you were one of them people, Boosie, Faizon, right now, it's kind of like. Well, we were just freaky, and you know, like, why is it a crime? You know, like, because they're trying to like say, you know, don't come for me. I would just be freaky. It's not about that, y'all. That's why we're telling you. It's not about that. Go watch the DA of the Southern District of New York talk, okay? And then you will realize, oh, I'm good. I'm good. I mean, it's not about that. I mean, you know, we would just get a freak on. I mean, I didn't do any of that stuff. I wasn't even present when he was doing all that stuff. Then maybe your heart will stop doing.
There's a reason why it's a federal investigation. It's not a civil. It's not a state. It's a federal.
And
FBI
Southern District
stuff.
of New York, they're the ones that you go to for serious
Crimes.
sex crimes.
Educate yourself before you speak. That is.
So right there, don't worry, y'all. Boosie, Faizon, don't worry. It's not about what you all did or didn't do. It's not about just getting freak on. It's not about that, okay?
It's much
Don't
deeper.
worry. It's crimes. All right.
So educate yourself before you speak. That
Before
is
you
the
wreck
lesson.
yourself.
Bye, y'all.